Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. How is everyone doing today? Hopefully everybody is doing well. It is early, guys. It is before 4. I want to say a little bit before 4 a.m. And I am heading out super early this morning because I am going to be participating in my very first ever record store day. So I don't really know what to expect. I've never done this before, but I figured I'm going to do a little video. It's not usually the type of thing I normally do, but let me, adjust my phone there. It's not the sort of thing I normally do, but there's some cool releases coming out this year. And so I'm going to head over to a little shop that's just down the street from my house, maybe 3 miles from my house. And I'm going to go in there, wait in line, and see what's going on. The owner of the store put an Instagram post from about 4 hours ago at about midnight last night, and there was about 15 people or so that were kind of camping out. And so they've been there for probably about the past 4 hours. I'm not that hardcore. I'm not going to do that. But I am going to get there early because there is some stuff that I really want, and I'm hoping to get it. And so, yeah, I'm just going to kind of record this experience. I don't really know what to expect. I don't know how much I'll actually record. This might be a boring video. I honestly don't know. But anyway, I'm going to drink my coffee, and I'm going to hit the road and head over to the record store and see what kind of stuff's going down at 4 o'clock in the morning, and hopefully we can get some cool records. Let's hit the road. So this is the back of the building. Go all the way up there, goes all the way around, comes all the way down here. The front entrance is up there. When I got here, I got to this red chair right here. That's my spot. And I got here a little after 4. And then since then, all these people showed up afterwards. Goes all the way down there. They went up around the building, and then they brought them back down and started wrapping them back down here. So I got here at 4, and these are all the people that showed up after us. And there was probably 50 people here before we got here.
Getting closer. It is. Yes. Oh.
RSD stuff.
What?
So we got
Bruno Mars stuff?
all that stuff.
Stickers and cards?
Here.
Alright, pick a DVD, any DVD. Well, can't lose. Here.
Have you respin?
Thank you so much. Hey, I'll do this. Alright, and then we're going to start it right after this part. And right there, perfect.
All right, guys. Well, it is the next day after my first record store day experience. I wanted to finish this video yesterday, have it edited and up yesterday, but after I got up, I was up at like 3:30 in the morning yesterday. Maybe even a little before. Maybe it was closer to even 3 o'clock. I was up, went and did the record store day stuff, came home, had some stuff to do around the house, and this ended up crashing for like 2.5 hours in the afternoon. And then I woke up, and then there was Minnesota Timberwolves playoffs on and Minnesota Wild playoffs hockey on. Timberwolves lost, unfortunately. They didn't do that well. And the Wild definitely showed up because they dominated. So with all that being done, I didn't really get a chance. I kind of started editing the video a little bit last night, but I didn't get a chance to actually record this end and get it all edited and out. So, and then today I had to work all day. So I'm finally getting around to recording the end of my first record store day experience. And I got to tell you, in one word, it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. I went to a little shop over in Burnsville, Minnesota called South Metro Music. Actually, they gave out some free posters, so I will actually show this, which actually has their address down below here. And I'm just going to talk really quickly, just kind of how it works if you've never done it or you're thinking about doing it. So basically what you do is they had it really well organized. You pretty much just get there, you get in line, outside, you have your spot. And then once the doors open, they only let in, because it's not a huge shop, as you saw in the video. It's a pretty small shop. So they only let like 20 or so people in at a time. And basically you went in, once the line went from outside to inside, and it brought you all the way around to get your record store day records, like wherever they had them stored, and you basically told them what you wanted, and then they'd get it for you, and then you'd walk back around, and then they had like three or four different people checking you out. And so basically you just went and got your stuff, and the line just continued around the store right into the checkout. And then you can go right out the door, or you could browse afterwards. So they had it set up really, really well. I've seen other people's videos where it seems like they let people in and it's just kind of, a mad dash for everything. I like the way that they did it at this store much better. It's organized. It's not chaotic. They did a fantastic job of just keeping things organized and running very, very, very smoothly. It was like a well-oiled machine. They did a great job. I just want to talk real quick about just the staff and the owner. The owner's name is Chris. Very, very cool guy. Like, even from the start, I emailed him. I had a couple of questions about some of the items that were coming out and kind of how a few things worked, like what time I should get here, this and that. And he was just bam, 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 really quick at responding. Just very informative. And it was just all around, even before Record Store Day started, just with him alone was a great experience. And so, yeah, I mean, definitely go support him. If you're in the Minnesota area, go to South Metro Music. Otherwise, they have an online store. I think it's just South Metro Music, maybe Minnesota.com, something like that. But definitely go support him. He's a wonderful person. He's got a great shop. His staff is fantastic. His staff is very friendly. They did a really good job of making everybody feel welcome, making you feel like they appreciate the fact that you're there and you're not just, they didn't treat you like, oh, they're just here, we run a shop and, we're just going to kind of go through the motions. They actually care, and you don't get that with a lot of places. There's just lots of things he did. Like you saw in the video, like the coffee and the donuts, free coffee and donuts. They didn't have to do that, but they did. And then, like, you saw there, too, you spun the thing and you got, like, free handout stuff. They didn't have to do that either, but they did. They had, like, a porta potty there. Like, he didn't have to spend the money to get that there, but he did, And then, like, starting here, too, like, free posters. We'll start off real quick. Like, that was a free poster that we got. And there's one other one here I'll show off in a minute. But just all these little added things that make you feel welcome and make you feel appreciated, and make you happy that you chose their store. I don't know if that's kind of just, maybe that's a standard that all the stores are doing. I don't really know. I've never experienced it, but for me, it made me feel very welcome at his shop and appreciated that I was there. And I appreciate that. But yeah, it's really cool. And the one thing I want to talk about real quick, and then I'll go into what I wanted, into what I got. The one thing that I've noticed is I haven't felt that sense of like community since like the days of like video stores or video rental stores and stuff like that. And that's one thing that I've really been missing and has really just disappeared in this digital age, that unfortunately a lot of kids nowadays will never experience. But luckily there were a lot of younger, it looked like there were some younger kids there too. Looked like there were some teenagers or some people in their 20s too. There were some people there looked like they were teenagers. And so it's kind of cool to kind of see them getting back into this community and this physical media that you just don't get with the digital age. When I was in line, actually, I'll talk about this one guy. This one guy, Jeff, he actually is associated with the store, or he works for the store. I'm not really sure. I think he helps out once in a while. And he was telling me this great story about how him and his son kind of started bonding and hanging out over vinyl records during, I think, the pandemic. And he was just telling me this great story about, listening to music and vinyl records with his son. And, this guy definitely was a passionate guy and definitely passionate about these memories that he's creating with his son, over vinyl and music. And his son actually works at the shop now. And it's just a really cool story. And it's just, you don't get that in the digital era. And it was nice to be surrounded by that, even if it was only for a few hours. And so it's like, it's not just about the music or the actual records, it's the community that goes with it. And it's just, it was awesome to experience that I have not experienced in a really, really long time. A lot of kids, unfortunately, are not going to understand that whole community behind physical media. It's just, yeah, there's a convenience factor to the digital, but you lose so much. And it was just, all I'm saying is it was really nice to be part of that for a few hours. But yeah, overall, great experience. I will definitely keep going back to that shop. That will be kind of my go-to Record Store Day shop. If I go to any others, if there's stuff that gets released that I want, But yeah, all around, great experience. Okay, I'll stop yapping. We'll get into what I actually picked up. So the first thing you did is you got in here, and we did get this free poster and I'll put it up there. You can see that's the address. But otherwise, you can just go to southmetromusic.com. You can order stuff online. Otherwise, go see the shop. Chris is a great guy and has a really cool business. Definitely go support him. Cool guy. Next, I really like this poster, this kind of Grateful Dead Record Store Day 2026 poster. Yeah, we'll kind of like this. We'll just kind of run it up here so you can kind of see the whole thing. Very, very cool poster. And there was actually, speaking of the Grateful Dead, there was a really cool Grateful Dead box set I kind of thought about getting. I saw it was still there when I was there, but I was already spending enough money. I didn't need to spend any more that day, but that would have been a cool thing to get. But yeah, we got these for free too. And I don't know, because I've seen other people's posts on Instagram and stuff, holding this same poster. So I'm not 100% sure if that's just kind of a standard. And, oh, oops. Yeah, I'm gonna move this here. And all record stores got that. I don't really know, but anyway, it's a very, very cool poster. Okay, let's get into what I got. So one of these, the only thing I won for, there was one specific thing that I really wanted to get, and that's kind of what I had my heart set on. But then Chris, the owner, did an Instagram live stream where he was unboxing some of the Record Store Day stuff. And this first album was something that apparently somebody in the comments asked about. I'd never heard of these guys, but then he brought in the record and showed it off. And I was like, oh, that looks cool. What is that? And I went and kind of sampled some of the songs that were on here, just maybe 3 of them, and just kind of listened to little snips of each one of them. And I really dug what I heard. So I was like, you know what? That sounds awesome. I'm going to pick that up. And it's an album called Euphoria, a gift from Euphoria. They call it they say it's 1969 Capitol Records genre bending country rock psychedelic masterpiece. So it's kind of psychedelic rock mixed with like country and folk, and sounds really freaking interesting if you ask me. So I am very excited. There's the back. Actually, it looks like that. It looks like when you open it up, because this opens up, it'll be this, and then that's the bottom of that photo. But I am very, very, very interested in checking this out. I think it's going to be awesome. At least from the little bit I heard, I was very impressed. So that was pretty much a blind buy, just based off watching his live stream, because I'd never heard of that. But I'm glad I picked it up, and I look forward to listening to it. This was another one too, that he was unboxing during the live stream, and I know this band and I've listened to this band, but I haven't listened to a ton of it. So I went through and kind of previewed this album. This is like a repressing of this album. This album came out, I think, in 1999 maybe, and I liked what I heard, and so I decided to pick it up. And that's the Misfits' Famous Monsters. Very horror Halloween front. Also, the back is very kind of gothic. And I mean, I liked this album alone just for the song Saturday Night, which is a fantastic song. But the whole album, from a little bit that I was hearing from like on iTunes, the clips of the songs, I thought it was really awesome. And I'm actually going to unbox this one in a second when we're done here. It's the only one I'm going to do, just because I want to show off the record, because I think it's supposed to be like a green and red record, and I'm kind of curious to see what that looks like. So I will unbox that one in a minute. And then the big thing that I wanted was the Pink Floyd box set. The Pink Floyd live from the Los Angeles Sports Arena, April 26th, which is right around the corner. That's coming up, 1975. And this is a 4 LP box set. And I am super happy to have this. And I believe this was like kind of considered like one of the more famous bootlegs to come out at the time. Well, they kind of went in, they remastered everything, kind of improved the sound on it, I think, a little bit. And yeah, it's a concert. And this is really cool because there's just a lot of really good stuff on here. I'll just go through it real quick. So it's 4 LPs. So you get Raving and Drooling, You Got to Be Crazy, Shine on You Crazy Diamonds, parts 1 through 5, Have a Cigar, Shine on You Crazy Diamonds, parts 6 through 9, And then they pretty much, it seems like they do the entire Dark Side of the Moon album. So you have Speak to Me, Breathe, On the Run, Time, The Great Gig in the Sky, Money, and Us and Them. So they don't do, I don't think they do the whole album, but they do a good portion of the Dark Side album. Then you have, oh no, yeah, it looks like they do the whole thing. Then they have Any Color You Like, Brain Damage, Eclipse, and then the second side is just Echoes on that last vinyl. But Echoes is like 23 minutes long. So definitely some cool songs, and I look forward to listening to this. I haven't even had a chance to break into any of these yet. So yeah, very, very, very cool. And it's kind of funny because I got there, hold on one second. Oh, I'm gonna grab this Misfits album again. I got there super early. And it's kind of funny because I probably could have got there at like 10 o'clock and got every one of these. They still have the Pink Floyds. They still have, I believe, the Euphoria. The Misfits one did sell out, but it wasn't until a while, I think, after I was there. So I probably definitely could have just slept in and went in there, but I didn't know. It's my first experience. But like I said, I'm glad I got there, because like if I didn't get there that early, like I never would have met that Jeff guy. I mean, that guy was awesome. I mean, you never know. I might have got stuck next to somebody who didn't want to talk at all, but this guy was more than willing to talk, and that was awesome. Just discussing music and all this cool stuff. Yeah. So, certain things happen for a reason. You know what I mean? Like it was just kind of cool because I got to meet that cool guy, and if I didn't get there that early, I might not have met him. So, it's just cool stuff like that. Once again, it's that whole community thing I'm talking about. It's very cool. All right, let's take a look at this thing and let's see. Sorry, guys. Apparently, I have issues opening these. Okay. Let's see what this thing looks like. I thought I saw like a preview of what it looked like, and it looked really, 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 really cool. So let's see. Let's set that down there. Take this out here. Oh yeah, it's very cool. Yeah. that's really cool. Look at that. Yeah, that's awesome. That is very, very cool. I like that. I like that a lot. So, yeah. So, yeah, I am so glad I went. And I look forward to the next one. I believe that, I think they do it twice a year. I think this is kind of like the big one. And then they have one, I believe it's on Black Friday. People can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I believe that's what it is. But, yeah, guys, that's it. That's all I got for you. I know this is, I hadn't done a video in a while. I apologize about that. And, like I said, this isn't going to turn into a vinyl channel or anything. And we usually talk movies here. But, this is technically physical media. So this is a physical media channel. But, yeah, guys, that's it. That's all I got for you. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Let me know you guys like what I'm doing. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next video. And, hey, let me know in the comment section below. Do you collect vinyl? Did you go to Record Store Day? What did you pick up? Let me know in the comment section below, guys. I love talking about this. You guys are amazing as always. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.